A few weeks ago, I published a theory with the help of Katie Byrne that solved the origin of Elsa's powers. Little did I realize that Tangled the series would be releasing an episode showing a drop of moonlight on that same day. Wow, the response to have me look at the scroll has been incredible, and I love you guys for getting so excited and coming with me on my crazy theory journeys. I think that scroll has total merit to prove the Frozen theory right. However, I don't want to make a video on that subject until season 1 wraps. Basically, it takes a lot of time and energy to make these theories, and I don't want to do something that has the risk of getting debunked a week later. So I do have some notes, but the video won't be ready until the show goes on break. Anyways, what I want to talk about today is Rapunzel and her mother, who's finally named Queen Ariana in the Tangled series. The Rapunzel and Flynn Easter egg in Frozen has raised a ton of speculation that Tangled the movie occurs a few years before Frozen. Yet, the Tangled creators have stated that the film is set in the 1780s. The wardrobe pretty much agrees with that general era, except for Mother Gothel, of course, who is extremely old and thereby wearing an outdated dress for effect. So then, is this just another Disney Easter egg that we're supposed to ignore because it doesn't logically fit? Well, a normal person would say yes, but as everyone I've ever attempted to be friends with in my entire life will tell you, I am so not normal. Actually, I think the moondrop theory helps to explain what we're really seeing here. If you've already watched that video, you know that I mentioned that Rapunzel's powers are less potent than Elsa's because Rapunzel absorbed the flower magic through a tertiary source. Yes, tertiary, 3 times removed, not third-dairy. I've been corrected. Third-dairy isn't a real word. You see, Queen Ariana was already about 30 weeks pregnant at the time she drank the flower water, and that's the time when a fetus is growing hair, hence Rapunzel gets these crazy glowing locks. To the contrary, Elsa's powers were in her DNA at conception, so her entire body was formed to cater to ice powers. Now, maybe the biggest observation I've made is that Queen Ariana has stopped aging. All the examples we see of her show that her skin and hair remain as youthful as the day she had Rapunzel. And this isn't just an oversight from the animators, because in Tangled Ever After, we see that the king has aged considerably, while the queen has not. This is beyond aging well, and I think that because the queen drank the magic of the flower, that healing magic still resides within her. She just shared it with Rapunzel like any pregnant woman would automatically do. But if the drop of sunlight provides the power to stay young and healthy, then my guess is that Rapunzel herself will not be aging either. Now, don't get it confused. Remaining young doesn't mean that you can't die from a sword through the heart or a shark attack or whatever, but so long as no extreme situations happen, Rapunzel and her mother are gonna live forever as young women. Man, if only Mother Gothel had realized that, she could have had a flower smoothie and lived forever. I hear those keys clacking. But we see Eugene in Frozen! I see him too, I promise. There are 2 ways that we can explain this while still holding firm that Tangled is set in 1780 and Frozen in 1839. Either we are looking at Eugene and Rapunzel's great-grandson, the Prince of Corona, who is escorting his ageless great-grandmother to a royal event. I mean, we never get a good look at his face, so it's possible that he just really resembles Eugene. Or, oh my glob, how do I say this and keep it PG rated? Or at least not ruin any childhoods here. The sunlight droplet's power has been proven to transfer through fluids. Rapunzel's mother drinks the flower water. Rapunzel has a healing tear that saves Eugene's life. So, oh gosh, little ones, click away now. After Rapunzel and Eugene are married and they have their wedding night, transfer of fluids and such. And since they're in love, I imagine there will be a lot of fluids transferring over a lot of years, which means the possibility exists that Eugene has the equivalent of a fountain of youth or a magical STD. So Eugene's connection with Rapunzel has made him virtually immortal too. That also raises an interesting question as to whether Rapunzel or her mother could have more children, since the body might recognize it as a foreign, unhealthy entity and doesn't allow them to get pregnant. We have no real way to know with Rapunzel, but with Queen Ariana, we do know that there were no more royal children born after Rapunzel went missing, so it kind of helps to explain that. Yeah, I might be overthinking it, but that's literally my job. Well, that's all I have for now, but this video's not quite over yet. I get a lot of comments that say, do a theory on this topic, but I've already done those theories. So please consider going to my main channel page and clicking on the video tab so that way you can see everything I've done. You will probably find a lot of things you like that you never even knew that I posted. I want to let you know that I also have two other channels, Say Halo Goodbye Gaming and the Fanily Family Vlogs. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed enough to hit subscribe and share. I can use all the help I can get to let other people know that this channel exists. And if you made it this far, leave me a comment that says something like, hey, I made it to the end, and then let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future. I can't make any promises, but the more people that request something, the more I can look into it. Okay, well, I love you. I'll see you in the next video.